Hey Aries, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. So we take what works, we leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. If I don't catch your wavelength on this one, check your other major placements. Also, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It helps other people find my channel and it gives me a little thrill. We're starting with my oracle decks, my big monster deck of Moonology and Work Your Light. And then we're going to move on to the Tarot of Mystical Moments, my newest deck, which is so beautiful, distractingly beautiful, really, for a more traditional spread. That's what we'll be doing there. So let's see what this week holds for Aries. Aries, here we go. We got two cards popped out already from the beginning here. Oh, there's a lot of this energy coming in here. Well, that was a lot. Oh my gosh, no way. I was just like, this is reminding me, the energy of these two cards, the nothing is yet set in stone and look at the bigger picture, is reminding me of the Pisces reading I did much earlier today. Oh my gosh. This is a lot of Pisces. Oh my gosh. Holy moly. What? How? Okay, there's a lot of, if you have any Pisces in your chart, go check out that reading too. So, wow. This is really cool, you guys. Okay. Here we have, this is Pisces what got this, and then this is no. Pisces got this one and this one, but they have the same energy to me. Okay, so overall, look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture. There's some sort of glitch going on here. Pisces got this too, some sort of little problem that's coming through. And this was, the overall reading for Pisces is what I wanted this to be. This is Aries. I get it, you're not Pisces, but I am pretty excited to have several hours between these two readings. And get some of the same cards. Pretty exciting. So look at the big picture. Don't get bogged down in some kind of detail. This detail does not matter. This is nothing will come of this situation void of course moon. The detail doesn't really matter. Just keep your eye on the prize, eye on the overall picture. There's some kind of glitch coming through here. And then we have nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. And then we have this nothing will come of the situation. But I was getting the same vibe off of this, and I was thinking, oh, I should tell them that. But then this card came out. So there's a look at the bigger picture. There's some kind of glitch here. Even the bigger picture isn't quite set in stone, but the situation that you might be dealing with right now or this week, it's going to feel bigger than it is. It's not a big deal. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it because we have a new moon in Pisces. Pisces got this one, but just you got full moon in Pisces. So there might be some sort of issue that rises up like a wave this week that kind of rises, crests, breaks, some kind of issue just kind of rolling through here. We're looking at the whole ocean, not an individual wave though. Don't get too excited. Don't get your panties in the wad over an individual wave here. So meditate and contemplate is don't overthink the situation. I mean, we have sort of this, we could be having some soulmate-y energy here with these two kindred fish sort of swimming around each other, getting to know each other's vibes, each other's smells. But there's, because they're like dogs smelling each other, like that's what they remind me of. But balance spirituality and practicality, meditate and contemplate. So there's a sense of don't overthink stuff, don't over-contemplate, vibe. Do some vibing, do some thinking, be a little practical. Spirituality and practical. So being logical and being practical, mix that in with being spiritual. Mix that in dealing with the current situation. It's not a big deal. Nothing's yet set in stone, but it's not that big of a deal. So you need to, there are bigger deals. So you were looking at the bigger picture. What do you want overall? Let this little glitch, let this little wave roll on through. Where do you want to be overall? What's the overall gist of the situation? You might have to deal with this glitch. You might have to be practical, logical, really think it through. But overall, just let it kind of flow through. And also just be more focused on vibing and or not, you know, toggling between the two. It's a glitch that's probably going to need some of your attention to it. Don't get wrapped up in it, because there's a much bigger picture going on, you got bigger fish to fry, honey. You maybe you want to do this thing, you got to deal with this thing, possibly, be logical, but keep your eye on a bigger picture. There's a bigger issue, or you know, pick your battles. You might have to deal with this battle. You might have to battle this battle a little bit, but don't get too wrapped up on it, because it's just a battle, not a war. So, and what do you need to release? Pisces got this one too. I don't know. It's just so strange when that happens. Waning moon. So there could be some downtime. And then we have, of course, nothing will come of this situation. Nothing's yet set in stone. And we have this question, what do you need to release? So letting go of something, possibly letting go of the situation, or letting the battle go, letting the battle go, just letting this thing go. Just this little glitch thing. You've got a bigger prize you're looking towards. So if there's a little bit of a glitch that comes through, you might have to deal with it, but in the end, just let it go. Keep your eye on the prize here, or what do I want to say? Pick your battles. You've got a war you're fighting. Don't get bogged down in the details. You know, in one skirmish, in one battle, or I don't know. It's such a negative way to see something. But there's something that really looks like there's a glitch. Don't let it dominate your thoughts too much. Just deal with it and move on. All right, Aries, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape. What's at issue? Your environment, your to-do list, your possible outcome. Okay, interesting. All right, these cards, so beautiful. In your recent past, you have the Chariot. So most decks have this as like a fast movement. This is slower movement, but it's growth. There's growth, and what's really fascinating about this card is there's several cards here that I think really support this idea. Is that the spiral to me is a symbol of personal growth, right? We have these same themes that we deal with over the course of our lives, probably set with how our inborn personality interacted with our environment in formative years. And so there's just these themes that we all have. You're not stuck, but every time you hit that theme again, you've grown, hopefully, you've developed, hopefully. So this is, the circle, but we're spiraling here. So spiraling out in growth. So the Chariot talks to me, this Chariot in particular, talks to me about growth, about moving. You're not stuck. Growth may be slow, but you're not stuck. Now, a lot of Chariot cards talk about things sort of coming together, the team coming together and moving quickly. But this one is about forward movement. It is about things coming together and moving, but they're moving slowly. But you are learning, you are growing. This is a card, to me, in this deck, the way Welz-Stein depicts it, it's more a card about you are moving, okay? You're moving. So in your recent past, you've done battle with something some issue that you've dealt with before. You have moved, you've made progress. This is sure, steady progress and growth. I mean, this snail does have wheels, so it is fast. There is some sort of speeding up, I think, of the progress. And I think that's represented too with the spiral shape too. So your work and your activity, it's rippling out. It is having an effect on your life. It is, your inner work is affecting your outer positions, and you are moving forward. You are growing. You are moving forward. So if you've experienced some growth and some movement in your recent past towards your goals. Your current situation is Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. This could be somebody else, but I think it's probably you. Vision. But it's not a vision. It's not an intuitive vision. She just knows what she thinks. She knows what she feels. She knows how to communicate it very clearly. She's a clear communicator, a direct communicator, but clear. I mean, we have to be grateful to our direct communicators in our life, because at least they're clear. They're not they're not pussyfooting around. We don't have to listen to a half-hour-long intro or softening to what they want to say. They're just going to say it. So you're in this Queen of Swords energy, or you could be dealing with someone in Queen of Swords energy. It's upright, so we're not dealing with a self-absorbed bitch. We're just kind of, you can come off as a little brusque. Someone here may be coming off as a little brusque, but it's just that they know what they want, they know what they think, and they're very clear. You've gotten a lot of clarity on what you want and where you want to go, and why what do I want to say? There's a phrase there, but why not just be direct? Why would you, you're not wasting time here, or somebody isn't wasting time with mincing their words or cushioning everything and making sure everything, comes across and feels really nice and fine and dandy. So there's some sort of direct communicator here, or someone who knows, and they're just the Queens are very focused on their inner world, on what they see, on their vision, on their communication, on what they want to say. They're very focused on that. So that's what we see here. Someone who's very focused on where they want to go, very clear communicator, maybe not the softest, gentlest communicator, but time seems to be an issue here. It's not, though, because we have nothing. Meditate, contemplate. This whole thing is like some sort of glitch moving through here. Oh, but you're keeping your eye on looking at the bigger picture. You are looking at the bigger picture. You are seeing where you want to go, and you're very focused on that. So when we're focused on our goal, one little trick is to not focus on the obstacles. Almost pay the obstacles absolutely no mind whatsoever. This is reminding me of the story of when I was playing kickball, and I'm not much for sports at all. I'm not much of a sportser, but it was just families playing kickball together, and I thought I'd just experiment with this, and I just decided to ignore everything but the base I wanted to run to. And so I did. And so despite grown men hanging on me and trying to stop me, I got there and I was safe, and it was like the weirdest thing ever, and no one could believe I did it, especially a non-sportser like me, actually making it to the base with all of that opposition. But it's because I was just very focused on the goal. So that's the Queen of Swords, being focused on the bigger picture, being focused on your goal, and not paying any mind to the stupid people hanging on and trying to block your path, just moving right past them. They're of no consequence here, as we've seen. So in your inner landscape, you have 8 of Swords. Oh, I haven't really vibed with this card so much in this deck, in this new deck. But it captures it. Yeah, it captures it very clearly. This 8 of Swords. The issue is mostly in your mind and what you're choosing to think of. The 8 of Swords is a self-trapped individual. The trap is in their mind. Look, if she would just look up, she'd see that she's not actually stuck in this cage, and she could fly off and do whatever she wants to do. But she's feeling trapped. And the trap is just her mind, is where she's looking, where her eye line is. She raises the eye line, she can see the opening, and that's it. It's just this little movement. She probably doesn't even need to move her head. She can just go, oh, and leave, right? But it's a trick of the mind. It's what she's focusing on and where her eyes are pointed, and they are pointed down, and all they can see is the cage. She's actually free, but this is possibly one of my favorite depictions of this concept. It's just her mind. It's just where she's looking and what she's choosing to focus on. This is why we're getting look at the big picture. Look up, look at the big picture. The big picture is that you're not trapped at all, but you would have to look at the big picture. The big picture, this big ass sky over here, that's all yours. Once you get flying, this whole thing opens up to you. It's all yours. But your focus is on this little tiny place, and this little tiny place that you are stuck. You might be feeling small. You might be feeling tiny. You might not realize how powerful you are, how much freedom there is available to you. So this is the card of shitty inner mantras. I can't do that. I'm trapped. I'm stuck. I could never. So that could be something that you're dealing with internally right here, is this sense of, but it's just you. And that's what this card is here to talk about. It's just in your head that you're trapped. It's not the actual reality. The actual reality, the bigger picture, is that you're free and you're free to go. But this is you're feeling trapped. What do you need to release? Possibly yourself and your mind. From this prison of shitty mantras you have. We all have shitty mantras. We're all getting over stupid shitty mantras we inherited from other people that had stupid shitty mantras and didn't know it. So at least we're aware now of our stupid shitty mantras. Okay, what's at issue here is this High Priestess. There's something being hidden from you, being kept from you, that it's not necessarily, oh gosh, it's not necessarily for your highest good, but there is something that you can't see right now, you don't know about. In the upright, the High Priestess is about, I mean, it could be that too. It could be the upright Virgin too, where there's something you don't know about where you're going, and you're not supposed to know because you wouldn't go there, not because it's bad, but you would just skip the most important part. Like, I'm thinking about like parking, like the important part, you know, you could have someone drop you off if you just knew where you were going. You could just have maybe take a Uber or something straight there. But there's something that's calling you to get in your car and go somewhere. And then because there's something about the parking spot that's just, I don't know. There's something about the parking spot. That's the true destination. So it's like so it would be like, but you're not supposed to know what the true destination is. You're supposed to go through this little journey. So you're supposed to maybe deal with this, looking at the bigger picture. Maybe that's what this whole issue is bringing up to you, is wanting you to look at the bigger picture. But you may not be able to see the bigger picture, and you don't have a lot of faith in the bigger picture. The High Priestess is a card full of faith and sort of the inner workings of life. You may not be having faith in the bigger picture. You may not be having faith in what's going on behind the scenes that you can't see and you don't know. So, or there could be something that's being intentionally hidden from you, possibly pertaining to your actual freedom and your actual power and freedom. But it could be something about this little glitch, like I was saying earlier, this little wave rolling through here, that you do need to deal with this wave. You can't just ignore the wave, but you need to deal with it, but in a you don't need to get uptight or upset about it because nothing's going to come of it. It's something that has to be dealt with. And that dealing with it is part of building you as an overall person, building your character, building your faith and your spirituality. It could be an important brick. It's not the wall, though. It's just one brick in the wall. It's not the whole thing. It's just one lesson for you. It's sort of one Karate Kid wax on, wax off lesson, right? And so it's an exercise. Whatever wave might be coming through, it's not the big picture, so you don't need to treat it like the big picture. But it is an exercise that builds you up and helps you with the overall big picture. So that could be what's at issue here, is some sort of cosmic exercise that you need to do this week. A faith or something that you need to deal with, but it's not the whole thing. It's just one little thing. But it seems like the whole, it seems like just a stupid thing that you're doing. But what it's actually doing is building muscle memory, building some sort of, this is how I can deal with this situation. It's building a skill. It's not the purpose, but it's building a skill. So even though it's just like maybe a little glitch or a little wave rolling through the ocean, it is building something, and it's part of what you need going forward. Okay, and with your current situation, 7 of Cups, a lot of options, a lot of choices, a lot of decisions to be made, priorities. What are you going to prioritize? It could feel a little overwhelming. There could be, it could be a moment. There's something in your environment that's asking you to make a lot of decisions very quickly, possibly in a way that can feel overwhelming, but you're being asked to make a bunch of decisions, and prioritize things, right? So that could be part of what's building the whole exercise, is just about what are you going to prioritize. And that's building you up as a whole, your whole value system and all of that. But this isn't, you don't need to get uptight about it. It's just a quick question or something like that, like that rolls through an issue. And you're going to have to figure out what your priorities are and what you want to do and make a quick decision. So your dreams are becoming reality, but there's a little bit of a glitch here. That glitch is building some sort of muscle or some sort of memory for the overall picture. And you've got to make some sort of decision. Your life's asking you to make some kind of decision or prioritization that is part of building your character in your life. Okay, your to-do list here is this judgment card. This is something coming back from the past, a decision coming back from the past for reevaluation. It's did you like how you did that? You handled something? Did that turn out okay? So there's something from the past kind of coming back for you to look at. So it's not a to-do list as in do this or your life's going to be horrible. It's more like a look for an opportunity to reevaluate something that you did in the past, to revisit maybe another battle and the solutions and the ways that you solved that little problem and revisit that. Because if we're building muscle memory, then there's going to be some repetition and we're going to want to go back and reevaluate like, did I wax off that car as well as I could have? I think I could do a better job of that now because I've done this so many times, this wax on, wax off thing. I've done it so many times that now I think I understand better what I could have done differently before, or something that you did before, you actually like how you handled it. And so that could be something that you can look at and a skill you can bring into this little glitch that's coming through right now is like, I've handled this before, especially if you're in this Eight of Swords energy, you can be like, you know what? I have handled this before. I have faced similar obstacles. I've faced similar decisions before in the past. And, I tried it this way, but that means we can tick that off as I tried it, it didn't work. Moving on to the next attempt or the next idea, we'll try something different this time. Or you could be in a mode of like, oh yeah, I have dealt with this before, this kind of glitch before, and I know just what to do. And it turned out fine, and I'll try that again. So there's some sort of reevaluation of something coming up from your past for you to look at. Especially if we're having to make sort of these, a decision or something like that, it's going to be really beneficial for you to look back at other similar situations and see how you've dealt with them in the past and see if you want to maybe change something up this time, try a different route. Or, that's the thing about these things coming back over and over and over again. These themes is every time they come back, we can learn from the last time and either decide what worked well last time we had to deal with this glitch, or try something different because it's going to keep coming back. So we might as well either, try something different, like Groundhog Day, sort of, like, well, let's try living my life a little different today. Let's try a different route. Okay, that didn't go well. Let's try a different way. So it's almost a gentle benefit that these things come back around for us so that we can keep learning them. And we can keep growing. We can try something else. If it doesn't work, we know we're going to face the problem again eventually. So we'll try something else, or we'll go back to the way it worked before. So something coming back for reevaluation here. In your near future, a possible outcome, we have Ace of Pentacles. This is growing something new, the beginning of something new in reality, a new 3D adventure. So it is like you are learning, you are growing, you're learning from your past, you're learning from some how you dealt with this issue before, and now you're going to try a new way. And what does trying a new way get you? Something new. It's a new reality, the beginning of a new reality, either a new job, a new degree program, a new focus for your time and your energy and your money, a new focus for all of the 3D stuff that we experience here, actual reality. So something new coming in here, possibility for a new job or a new beginning or a new focus. Oh, I love this one. I love this one. Hidden signs. Look for my signs. I have been speaking to you through signs in the world and feelings in your heart. Can you hear my reassuring voice? When you ask me for a sign, I give it. Notice what is happening in the world around you. Take comfort. Believe. So beautiful. All right, Aries, I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching.